Subdividing vacant land, the process of subdividing. Vacant land subdivision is a very complex process, and some developers tend to underestimate the setup costs and considerations that you need to make to get the process going. The regulations that are imposed for subdividing vacant land vary by the particular government jurisdiction in which the land is located, and the process can be lengthy. The subdivision of vacant land can be best described as any area of land without existent dwellings that is divided into separate lots with individual titles that either meet or exceed the prescribed lot size of the council jurisdiction in which the land is located. The process a developer will go through to subdivide vacant land, as described above, will vary depending on the city in which the land is located. This means that most developers will need to hire experts such as lawyers and surveyors and town planners within each location in which they need to subdivide to ensure they have a good knowledge of local practices and their subdivision process meets the relevant statutory requirements. It is a good idea to avoid trying to understand the ins and outs of subdivision law on your own until making mistakes. And the following provides a general overview of the steps involved in the process of subdividing vacant land. Preparing to subdivide. Developers need to pay careful attention to detail during the process of preparing to subdivide. In this stage of the process, a planning map for the subdivision of the land is put together, and any other supporting documentation that is required for the subdivision application is also collated. The developer may require information from a surveyor and arborist to complete the requirements necessary for the public report and application of the subdivision. The completed application for subdivision documents are then submitted to any number of agencies for their approval. This includes local councils and town planning associations that govern the area. Because of the time and cost that are involved in the preparation for subdivision application, the developer needs to closely monitor the project and hire the appropriate professionals. Getting subdivision approval. If the developer is successful in gaining approval for their subdivision plan, the plan map and subdivision application is usually recorded with the local council, and a development application is tendered to the public in the area, who may then oppose the subdivision in writing. In terms of vacant land subdivision, opposition by local ratepayers happens often, as they are concerned a new housing estate or other subdivision development will ruin the community feel or amount of green space in their local environment. Luckily for most developers, once the local council has approved the subdivision of the land, it is unusual for others to stop the development and subdivision unless they have very extenuating reasons for disagreeing with the proposal.